Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in today's video we will understand how to send Mailmodo campaigns on Elementor form submission. So here let's say that I have created a form using Elementor. Here my objective is that whenever I am going to receive a new form submission, then I want to send a campaign to that user which I have created by using Mailmodo. So here to do this, I need to set up a connection between these two applications, for which I am going to use this amazing automation software, that is Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect follows the concept of trigger and action. So here to do this, my trigger application will be Elementor and my action application will be Mailmodo. So if you want to learn more about this, follow me through the screen. In this video, we will understand how to send Mailmodo campaigns on Elementor form submission. So here let's say that by using Elementor, I have created a form. So here my objective is that whenever a user is going to submit this form, then I want to send a campaign which I've created using Mailmodo to that user. So now in order to automate this entire process, I'm going to use this amazing automation software, that is Pabbly Connect. So this here is the landing page, and in order to reach here, you just have to type in pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Here you can see I've got two options. One is of sign in and the other one is of sign up for free. So if you're an existing user, you can simply sign in. But if you're a new user, you can click on the sign up for free button, and every month you will get 100 tasks for free. So as an existing user, I'm going to sign in. Now this here is the all applications page by Pabbly. So here I will go to Pabbly Connect and click on access now to reach my dashboard. So this here is my dashboard, and now in order to create a new workflow, I will go to my right hand side corner and click on this create workflow button. So now in this dialog box appearing, I need to give my workflow a name. So here I've named it as send Mailmodo campaigns on Elementor form submission. On my left hand side, you can see that these are the folders which I've created before. So I want to save this workflow in the folder named as Elementor Mailmodo automation, and now I'm going to click on create. So as I did that, now I have arrived on a very important window which consists of trigger and action. So basically, trigger and action are the two most important principles or concepts of Pabbly Connect on which this entire automation will depend. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. Action is an automated response of a trigger application, and in a workflow, you can only have one trigger but multiple action applications. So now moving to my use case, that is to send Mailmodo campaigns on Elementor form submission. So now in order to automate this entire process, I will go to my trigger window, and over here I'm going to search for Elementor as my trigger application. And the trigger event will be new form submission. So this trigger will start working whenever a new form will be submitted. So now moving to my action window, as I want to send a campaign which I've created using Mailmodo. So over here I'm going to search for Mailmodo as my action application. And the action event will be to trigger campaign. So this will trigger a transactional email campaign. So as you can see that I have selected my action application and the action event along with my trigger application and the trigger event. So now moving to my use case, that is to send Mailmodo campaigns on Elementor form submission. So as we all know that Elementor is a plugin of WordPress. So here you can see that a webhook URL is given, and along with that a help desk is given. So read this help desk given below carefully, because this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect your Elementor form with Pabbly Connect. So this here is the form which I've created using Elementor. So now I'm going to edit this form with Elementor. So here you can see that now I'm in edit mode. So now I'm going to build a connection between this form which I've created using Elementor and Pabbly Connect. So on my left hand side, I'm just going to scroll down, and over here I will go to actions after submit. And over here, I've added the action of webhook. So that means in order to establish a connection, you need to select the action as webhook. So now over here, I'm going to go to webhook. So here in this webhook field, I need to mention the webhook. So from Pabbly Connect, I'm just going to copy it, and over here, I'm going to paste it. Once that is done, now I'm going to click on update. So over here now you can see that this here's the form, and this form has been connected with Pabbly Connect because we have added the webhook inside this form which we have created using Elementor. So here in Pabbly Connect as well, you can see it is waiting for a webhook response. That means now we need to do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So now in order to do that, I'm just going to submit this form. Let's say the first name is test, the last name is demo, the email is testdemo@pabblytudes.com, and this here's the phone number. So I've filled in the details, and now I'm going to click on submit. And here it says your submission was successful. That means the response of this form submission would have been captured in Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to take you to Pabbly Connect. And yes, over here you can see that I have received the response. Here you can see the form name, form ID along with the details which we have received from the form submission, that is of mobile number, last name, first name and the email. So that means the first step of this automation is set up. That means now whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission, then automatically the response of that form submission will get captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So this trigger will instantly capture the new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. So as I've got the details, now I want to send a campaign which I've created by using Mailmodo to this user. So in order to do that, firstly, I need to establish a connection between Mailmodo and Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to click on Connect. So now in order to add a new connection, you need to mention your API key. For this, I'm going to take you to my Mailmodo account. Over here, I will go to settings and in settings, I will go to API keys. So over here, I'm going to add a new API key. Let's say I'm going to keep the name as today key and now I'm going to click on OK. So I'm just going to scroll down and over here you can see that this here is the API key that has been created. So I'm just going to copy this API key and paste in Pabbly Connect. And here you can see that Mailmodo and Pabbly Connect is connected. So now moving to the campaign ID. So here I need to enter the campaign ID which I've created in my Mailmodo account. So I'm going to take you to my Mailmodo account. So over here, I will go to campaigns, I will go to trigger campaigns, and this here's the campaign which I've created by the name of bakery campaign. So here in this campaign, I've added a template as well, but first this here is a campaign ID. So we are just going to copy the campaign ID and here in Pabbly Connect, we are just going to paste it. So here in Pabbly Connect, in the field of email, I need to mention the email of the person to whom I would like to send this campaign. So now in order to do that, I will go to my previous response received from Elementor. Basically, that method is called as mapping. So basically, mapping means to insert the data from previous steps. So as I've received the response from Elementor, that is why over here in this field, I have mapped the email. So now moving to the subject and the personalization fields. So here in Mailmodo, I will take you to my campaign first. So this here is my campaign. So over here under summary, you can see that this here is the campaign name and this here is the subject line which I've added, exciting offers for our customers. And over here you can see that the personalization which I've added is for the first name and the last name. So that means over here the template which I've created and which I've added in this campaign, it consists of two variables. So that is for the name, first name and the last name. So accordingly, as per the response I'm going to receive, automatically the first name and the last name will keep on changing. So over here in Pabbly Connect, I'm going to leave the subject field blank because I'm going to use the subject which I've added in my campaign. So now moving to the personalization fields. So over here in the personalization field, I need to mention the first name and the last name. So over here, it will be mentioned in this format. I'm going to map the first name, that is test. Now I'm going to map the last name, that was demo. So over here, as you can see that I have mapped the details in these fields. So this method of mapping is important so that every time you're going to receive a new response, so that response could be taken into consideration in these fields. If I would have written this information manually, in that case, this information could have become static, which means that it wouldn't change even if I would have received a new response. So to avoid that problem, we mapped the information. So as I've mapped the details in these fields, now I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request. So here you can see that I have received a response and this here is a positive response. Here it says an email has been scheduled successfully. That means this campaign would have been sent to this user. So this automation was a successful one. That means now whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission through Elementor, then automatically a campaign will be sent to user which I've created by using Mailmodo. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Not just these applications, you can integrate a lot more applications and create amazing automations by using Pabbly Connect. So you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can write us to https://forum.pabbly.com, and for pricing related issues, you can visit this link. So you can create a lot more automations by using Pabbly Connect, and don't forget to share these videos with your friends, colleagues. Subscribe to our channel for more.